Item number 3, that's public comments. And number 1 up, Lupe Chavez. Yo no sé.
Good evening, Mayor, City Commission, Pharr residents in attendance, and those watching on Channel 12. You can learn a lot by observing people. People hardly change. When South Pharr residents come to the city and ask for help, we get the same answers and same speeches. After my comments on August 18th, it's clear to me that when a resident from South Pharr comes before and provides factual evidence of police misconduct, the city ignores the problem. And because I know how the City Commission and city personnel who go on record tonight will respond to my public comments, I would like to congratulate Maria de Luz Corona and her family tonight as they celebrate 100 years of the Lord's blessings. However, regrettably, I must also apologize to you and your family that are here tonight to receive such an honor and yet have to hear about a police officer breaking the law in our wonderful city. When I think about the 100 years of law enforcement in the Valley, I think about the Rinches, the Texas Rangers who kept the peace in the early 1900s by shooting Mexicans and Tejanos in the back. I also think of one of my relatives who was dragged to death along the river by a Rinche. I also think about the nationally televised Pharr City riot on February 6, 1971, when Chicanos protested Pharr police brutality and bad Anglo leadership in City Hall. I also think of Alfonso Loredo Flores, who lost his life outside the barbershop after Texas Ranger Jack Dean arrived with state troopers and sheriff deputies. The official report was a bullet to the back of the head after a ricochet when a deputy fired his gun into the air. One riot, one ranger, one dead Mexican. In an article by Monitor reporter Jackie Leatherman, February 6, 2008, our mayor was quoted. "I never did really find out what was the argument, what was the problem," he said. "I've never found out what really brought this to what happened." This was the most important event in the city of Pharr and one of the most significant in the history of the Valley. And I hope it's part of the play that's going to be performed as part of our centennial celebration. Because of this history in law enforcement in the Valley and in America, the Fourth Amendment against illegal searches has been fortified by the Miranda rights. Ernesto Arturo Miranda gave us all the protection against police misconduct, as blacks and Hispanics are routinely subject to racial profiling, and it is one of the reasons that the Justice Department and federal government provide grants so that city patrol cars have audio and video surveillance. Tonight, Mayor, I ask this community, what is the city doing to make sure that probable cause is not falsely generated or fabricated during routine traffic stops? Pharr police officers that violated civil liberties are the reason the Pharr riots happened. History, it seems, has a way of repeating itself. It was not long ago, Commissioners, Mayor, that as unit director of the Pharr Boys and Girls Club in Las Milpas, that I reported and sent a fact to the City Commission and the Police Department about drag racing concerns in front of our club on Las Milpas Road. One day, a Firebird was drag racing and almost went airborne into our playground, where 90% of our Boys and Girls Club members were outside playing sports. I also reported how one of the city's most visible and recognizable police officers left the scene of a crime, failing to report extreme vandalism to our Boys and Girls Club property, and failed to generate a police report. What was the result of this old investigation? I was fired. I was fired by the Boys and Girls Club after city officials received that fax. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been almost 60 days since I first sent letters to our city leaders and emails, and not one official letter saying, we are investigating the matter and we take this seriously. Not one. Commissioners, this problem is not going to go away. This is twice. Twice I have reported police violations, and twice the city's response has been lacking. It seems there is a double standard in this community. You continue to publicly chastise South Pharr for illegal dumping on Channel 12, but are silent when it comes to illegal actions in your administration. Okay? I will continue to protect this community from police misconduct. I'll do anything to protect the image and reputation of the Pharr Police Department. I have many friends on the force who do excellent work. And it is a shame that the Commission will not do the same. I also have concerns on a program about recycling, okay, where the issue came up about people being good citizens. okay, and keeping their basements clean, and about potential fines. Okay, I asked the City Commission, if you place fines on people in South Pharr who do not take care of their property, please start with PSJ ISD at Cesar Chavez Elementary. Okay,
Mr.
their
Chavez,
abatements are just as bad
your
as ours.
5 minutes are up, Mr. Chavez.
Thank you. 2, 1, 0. Thank you.
Mr. David, into the retirement fund, and we have one of the best retirement funds in the state for our employees. So yes, you have some critics out there, you know, that come up and begin to criticize and try to run down not only this board, but the people that work for the city. And sometimes they do that because they don't understand what's going on. You know, they come in and grandstand and begin to try and build a name for themselves because they don't know what's going on. And I, for one, you know, I'm very grateful that I've been with the city for many years, and that the employees have worked with us together, with staff throughout the years. I've been involved with about 4 or 5 different mayors. In fact, I was here when we started putting some money in South Pharr, what is now Las Milpas, back in 1988 when there was nothing there. Some people may not see what the city has done to South Pharr, because most of the money is underground. You can't see much of that. You got a lot of sewer lines, you got a lot of drain lines, you got a lot of sidewalks. Now you got police department, you got fire department, you got businesses over there in South Pharr that they were not there in 1998. Now some people that were maybe 10 years old or 12 don't remember how South Pharr was then. And we continue to pump money in there. We continue to better the quality of life of all the people, not only just in South Pharr, but the whole community. And we, in this last fiscal year, we have overlaid over 8 or 9 miles of streets in the city of Pharr. We will continue to do so because the people have been gracious enough to pay their assessment fee every month, and we have shown the results. So, you know, some people are never satisfied, and I think that they're not because they don't know the history of what is going on here in the city of Pharr for the last 20 or 30 years. I came from a barrio here on West Clark when we didn't have any pavement, we didn't have any curb and gutter, we didn't have any sewer, we didn't have any natural gas. When I grew in that area with lots of our friends that are still around, and I said that one day when I grow up, I'm going to help those that are going through what I'm going myself. And this is one of the reasons that I continue to serve to the city of Pharr for the last 24 years, because I have the time and I have the desire to help all our people in the city of Pharr to have a good life. So I just wanted to clear the air on some of these issues. By the way, Mr. Sandoval, what are we doing about this man here that says we have not done anything about this police problem?
Mayor, that's I was going to say that's an ongoing investigation, Mayor, and
well, I just wanted to say that we have nothing to do with that. I mean, I heard clearly say that the mayor and this commission have not done anything. Well, people need to understand that it's not our deal to do anything. It's somebody else's. I don't want to be blamed for anything that I'm not supposed to do. That's all.
That's correct, Mayor.
Anybody else?
Fred, I was